I became interested in cars really through my parents. When I was growing up, they always used to watch Formula One on the TV. It kind of grew into more of a professional interest in cars and engineering. My name is Bryn Williams. I'm a professional design engineer, an amateur drifter, and I'm not a boy racer. I've got a 1990 1.6 litre Mazda MX-5. This is actually my first car. Around my second year of university, I had a load of hand-ins and a lot of the kind of stress that you do, and I just decided one night it was time to buy a drift car and get into it, start practicing. So I went on Auto Trader. I found one in Rugby for £1,000, which is this one. Me and my friend rode down on our motorbikes, test drove it, it was lovely, and I brought it home. And within the first month I was doing auto tests and using it to drive on track and trying to learn how to drift.
Slippy, it's very slippy. Where are we going here? Okay, yeah.
There's something about that feeling of being on the edge of control. It's not about going fast, it's all about the style, just how it makes you feel. Yeah, the feeling of drifting is good. It's weird, it just feels wrong but natural in so many ways. There's just something about throwing a car sideways and then just trying to keep it going it's indescribable, but I think everybody who gets in a drift car understands once they've done a lap. It kind of makes sense.
Whoa! It's that bit! I need to not be a hero on that bit! Oh, fuck me. Maybe one more. It's addictive, eh? It is, yeah.
Yeah, boy racer is an interesting term. I can understand where it comes from. There certainly are people who you would describe as a boy racer, you know, ragging cars around all over the place, making lots of noise and just generally being a nuisance. But it's also quite a damaging term in a way because everyone gets painted with the same brush, you know. It's quite demeaning for the rest of the community, you know, people who are interested in cars but are just normal people, and can be quite damaging. The stereotype of boy racer is kind of negative, certainly for the sport that we do in drifting. A lot of tracks, a lot of sponsors don't really want anything to do with it because of that image of people just going to, you know, smash up cars and destroy tyres. Out in the US, the image is quite a lot different. It's got a bit more glamour these days. The drivers there pull in an awful lot of sponsorship through social media, and it's getting to be seen as more of a professional motorsport, where I think over here it's still looked down upon by the motorsports community in general. Certainly the older guys just see drifting as pointless and stupid, and why would you do it? It's not proper racing. And again, I think a lot of that does have to do with this boy racer image. That's the people who get into it, the guys who just want to, I don't know, smash up cars and not do things properly. Well, I think the sticker itself came from a campaign for a documentary that was done a few years ago called The Enthusiasts. I was just sort of scrolling through Facebook one day and I saw this advert, but more importantly I saw the sticker that I'm not a boy racer, and just immediately I kind of thought like, yes, I need that. I think it's because when you have a car like this, people kind of judge you, judge a book by its cover. They see it and immediately just assume you're going to be disrespectful, you're going to be noisy, you're going to be, up at all hours of the night. And so I kind of feel like you have to put that out there so that people don't automatically assume that that's what you want to do. It's just something that I love, I work really hard on, and I'm interested in, but I still want to be a member of the community. I don't want to wake people up in the middle of the night. You kind of feel like you're on the back foot and you have to defend yourself so that people don't just assume who you are because you drive a flashy car. That is the most difficult. If I had that answer, I would have already been working towards it, I think. Okay, I think to improve the reputation of the car community and kind of elevate this stigma of boy racer, we've got to do it ourselves. People have got to just be responsible and try and be more respectful of people who don't necessarily understand the hobby. But people like Caffeine and Machine, who are actively promoting this better image, this more sensible, more classy image of petrol heads, are doing fantastic things. So I think what we've really got to do is support that, go to those meets, stop going to meets held by petrol heads with a Z, things like that. I don't know where that came from.
First of all, big thank you for watching if you made it to this point in the video. A few words from me, the author I suppose. The film originally started in late 2019, 2020 with the idea of doing something to improve the image of car enthusiasts and car culture overall. Unfortunately, we all know how 2020 turned out, so the film you've just seen is a highly cut down version of what I originally intended to create. However, I don't want to leave it just at that. The car culture gets a bad rep from the press quite a lot. I want to challenge this view, and I want to make this series an example of all the great and wonderful things that this hobby has to offer. So this will be a regular series here on Rebel Classics, every couple of weeks, showing a great car enthusiast, showing why they love cars, what brought them into the hobby, and what they do to challenge the boy racer image. And I know that Rebel Classics haven't uploaded a video for a while because we've been pretty busy, but here's a quick sneak peek of what's to come soon.